do my best to pronounce these street names. Let's go. The Marvelous Tour. Bienvenidos a Cidade Maravilhosa. That's my Portuguese, you're welcome. Break out your dancing shoes and samba your way through an array of locations that give the marvelous city its rich culture and history. We will stop at landmarks, interesting neighbourhoods and more as we explore Upland's first international city. Uplanders who complete the Marvelous Tour earn 0.0... Really? Do we get Spark for completing this? Or is it... I didn't think we got any Spark for completing this. That's amazing if true. Right, so let's... speaking of blasting that RIO playlist, I think I have background music playing. Let me know if that's too loud, too quiet. I've never done background music before. So let us get going. Next, I guess. Here we go. And it jumps you straight to the property. Are you kidding me? Am I like some fool? I didn't know this was a thing. Right, so the first property we're sending to, apparently you can just click the next button and it jumps you straight there. It is Rua Benedito Hipólito 163A, Rio de Janeiro. Here we go. I'm jumping there straight away. I got a treasure. It's a very Brazilian looking box. So let's give it a go. Go to treasure chest. I love how all of the different cities have a different looking treasure chest. I think that's really cool. I think it's given me 2 of them. I'm not sure if that's right. Did anybody else get 2 pop-ups for chests? So here we go. I got 100 upicks from that one. And with any luck, it might let me open the other one. Am I cheating? Here we go, I got another 100 upicks. I'm not going to complain about that. Right, the first location then. Sambadrome, Marquês de Sapucaí. How can we start the tour anywhere but at the Sambadrome, Marquês de Sapucaí, the home of Rio's Carnival? Wow, yes. The nearby Sambadrome was custom built in 1984 for Carnival, and the legendary samba schools that shake and shimmy down nearly half a mile runway, flanked by massive spectator stands on each side. At the far end of the Sambadrome is the Praça de Apoteos, which is another set of bleachers that form a square. That might be where the samba schools change out of their carnival costumes, but the party and dancing never stops in Rio, as we'll see on our next stop. And I think we're on World Tourism Week. We're going to, you know, such a popular, iconic location. I feel like we've got to take a look at the street view. Hopefully it'll pop up in a decent amount of time. Wow, look at this shot. Very cool. Oh, we got the person who took the photo. Yeah, I've never been to Brazil, but it absolutely looks like such a cool place that I'd love to visit myself. And I do agree with Asterios that after Queens not being able to find all the properties super easily, it is very nice being able to click next and actually jump straight to it. So let's go. The next location is Rua de Niterói 1072. You can see it. Thankfully, you can just click next so you don't have to rely on my pronunciation. And once again, look at that. We got a treasure chest. Can you believe it? Did we get another? Is this just me getting 2 treasure chests every single jump? That seems unfair. Is it because is this streamer privilege? Am I finally living the dream? That's 125 upicks, or if you're lucky enough to have 2 chests, that's 250 upicks. You can't really moan about that. It was only a 2000 upicks entry. Right, so hopefully it's going to pop up now saying, hey, you've arrived. Or do I have to open up the maybe I've got to open up the tour again. Here we are. Yeah, could you imagine if I got 0.02 spark? Right, we've landed at the Mangueira Samba School. Wow. When you show up at Mangueira, you better bring your best moves. The quadra, or compound, of the Mangueira Samba School is home to one of the oldest and most prestigious samba schools in Rio and the world. Well, I'd hope that the most prestigious samba schools are in Rio, to be honest. It feels like that's probably the birthplace of it. Mangueira has won the Carnival competition over 20 times and took second place another 20 times. That's interesting. I mean, how long has the Carnival been going on for? I don't know. Did you know that Mangueira has also joined Upland to samba into the metaverse? Stay tuned for more as Mangueira brings rhythm and Brazilian flavours to the metaverse. Hey, that's something interesting, isn't it? We know that Upland has partnered up with a samba school. We haven't really seen what they're doing with that yet. I'm assuming, and this is some Radishhead top speculation here, just for you guys on the live stream. I have a feeling that that's going to be some kind of interactive experience. I don't know if anybody tuned into the live AMA with one of the co-founders, but it sounded like we're going to be getting experiences that will require us to have kind of like a humanoid avatar. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the kind of thing that he was referring to. So let's keep an eye out, because that could be very exciting indeed. Here we go. Let's jump on straight over to the next one, and we're spending 20 UPIX to go to Avenida Atlantica, 1762 in Rio. I've got to say, the only annoying thing about having the instant jump mechanic is that you can't like click on the nearby properties to see how much they're charging for their sends. So yeah, but hey, you know, you can't have everything, I suppose. Anyway, we found a treasure. To answer Neko's question, do you know where to find 24 State Street? I can't remember off the top of my head. I haven't done the Brooklyn. I haven't done that one yet, so you might have to ask somebody else in chat who has done Brooklyn. Right, so once again we find 2 marvellous treasure chests on the Rio Marvellous Tour. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, this one's next to a locked property. The Copacabana Palace. That sounds like a magnificent property, doesn't it? And the guy who owns this one has already built a ranch house on it. So that was pretty quick going. I've got to say, Rio does have a lot of properties where people have been building structures. It feels like there's a lot of spark going into Rio. I've got to give a shout out to the Monero neighborhood in Rio. Wow. I'm tempted to grab like another house there, to be honest, because the amount of work that those guys are putting into that neighborhood, crazy. But in the meantime, let's talk about Copacabana Beach. Wow, that is a famous place. When it's time to kick your feet back, the nearby Copacabana Palace is one of the best beachside spots in the world. Come see what made Barry Manilow's 1978 song Copacabana a hit worldwide. Built in 1923, the Copacabana Palace has 243 rooms and is known to host celebrities and has won multiple awards for the best hotel in South America. Wow. Perhaps most impressive are the views of Copacabana's sandy beaches and the blue waters of the South Atlantic Ocean that stretch for 2.5 miles. Drink in the views from the palace, then take a stroll with us as we head to... There's a typo, Upland. As we head to the southern tip of Rio for a local hotspot. But before we head to the southern tip of Rio, let's take a look at the street view. Also, can I just acknowledge that the property that we're jumping to is not the palace. It's just some lucky user who bought a property next to the palace because the palace isn't unlocked yet. I think that's really funny. Do we get a view from the beach? Where are we? We're like in some... Oh, well, that's a shame. We can't really... We can just about see the beach if we kind of squint. But, not the best street view ever, but it was worth a go. Right, so let's go to... Did it say the southern tip? Let's have a look. We are now going to Avenida Francisco Bering 185. Here we go. This is exciting. And once again, we find at least one treasure chest. No, we find 2 treasure chests. Please tell me that I'm not the only one that this is happening to. Here we go, we're opening the chest. Hey, there's 24 people in chat. Hello everybody. Who has done all of the tours so far? Is this your last tour? Let me know. How are you doing? Are you going to get the Block Explorer? Okay, surf's up. We're at Pedra do Arpoador. Between Copacabana and Ipanema beaches is Arpoador, the small rock peninsula peeking out from Rio's coastline. Come for a short hike, scamper over the rocky terrain, and grab a spot to grab a view of this amazing sunset. If you have a taste for surfing, Arpoador breaks the waves so surfers get friendly crests and curls. Cool. After catching a wave, be sure to head down to Ipanema Beach and relax on the sandy shores below. On the sandy shores before we head into the heart of the city to see a few cultural marvels waiting for you in the heart of Rio. We are going to be jumping into the heart of Rio. But you know what? I think we should have a contest. Why not? Man, I should have probably... This is going to be my own UpPicks. I don't think Upland's actually given me any UpPicks to give away. But I'm going to give away 5,000 UpPicks because you guys are so incredible just for tuning in. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can think of a trivia question. That would be fun. It might have to be something which I don't know the answer to at this rate. Let me have a think. Or it could be... Alright, here we go. Right, first person to type the answer to this question wins the 5,000 UpPicks. You might have to get your Wikipedia ready. And it's not going to be related to Rio, unfortunately, because I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I was sort of thinking about British questions, obviously because I'm a Brit, and I was thinking of tea, right? So, of all of the countries in the world, which country consumes the most tea per person? That's an interesting question. Some of you might know. It might not be the country that you think, but the first person to tell me in chat who consumes the most tea per person is going to win 5,000 UpPicks. Right, I think, yeah. I believe it's Turkey. Let me just confirm that. If it is in fact Turkey, then it looks like the first person to post was Kuro Neko. That was the answer which I had in mind anyway. In England we do drink a lot of tea, but I believe the most tea per person in the world, I believe that's Turkey. Yeah, wow, look at that. 7 pounds of raw tea per year. That's absolutely incredible. So, Neko, please, you know my Discord, DM me. I'll get you 5,000 UpPicks. And I'm sure I'll do another giveaway at the end. So stay tuned for that. Let's go into the heart of Rio. And we'll continue. Oh, here we go. I'll write your name down. Kuro Nekos. Cool. Okay. We're now going into the heart of Rio. And we're spending 50 UPIX to go to Rua Manuel Janeiro. 19. Okay. Were you first? On my end, I'll take a screenshot. On my end, Kuro was first. You might have posted at like the exact same time. I just got some cramp in my foot. On my screen, Neko was just barely ahead. So that might have been internet difference right there. Here we go. Right, let's open a chest. But yes, stick around until the end of the stream. I'll give away another 5,000 UPIX. That's just my... that's the least I can do for such an excellent group of people right here. So, we are now at the... what is this? Escuderia Celaron. I think I'm pronounced these alright. There's so much culture in Rio, sometimes you walk right over it. Escuderia Celaron, or the Celaron Steps, are a set of steps created by artist Jorge Celaron. The artist started in 1990 using blue, green and yellow tiles to honour Brazil. Jorge's work continued until his passing in 2013. The result is iconic street art spanning 215 steps covered with more than 2,000 tiles. That's crazy. So this guy, this deserves recognition. He started in 1990 and he kept going for 23 years until he died. That's unbelievable. You don't get many people like that. And then it says, if you're into Escuderia Celaron's colourful vibes, head to our next spot for even more cultural delights. Let me have a look at this. What a fantastic property for whoever was managing to get that. What? Oh, these aren't colourful steps. What happened? Are we like... what happened, Upland? Well, that was weird. It like took me to a completely different property. Also, I don't think it opens the box, so let me open the box first, and then we'll continue the tour. I'm not sure if I did something wrong there, or if the tour did something wrong, but it just felt like I was expecting to see a street view of some colourful steps, and instead I got a random scene in the middle of Rio. Never mind, we're going to head to more cultural delights apparently. And the cultural delights are located at Avenida Rodriguez Alves 335. So let's jump on over there. And we have found another treasure chest. I'm really curious to see what the pinata is going to be, and you guys can all laugh at how bad I am at popping pinatas. I'm useless. Is there anybody in chat who's actually good at popping pinatas? Because it just feels impossible to me. There we go. Is it going to give me another treasure? Maybe. Not sure. I feel like I've broken the tour. Ah, you do it on your phone, or you make the screen smaller. That's fair. Both of those will probably have the same effect. Anyway, in the meantime, we're now at the Museo do Amanha. There we go, I'm doing it. Cross the fields to the unique building that houses the Museo do Amanha. Opened in 2015 as part of Rio's harbour renewal for the... is that spelled right? For the 2016 Summer Olympics, Museo do Amanha brings science and arts together for applied science exhibits that explore humanity's future with sustainability and conviviality. Oh, sorry, conviviality. That's a funky word. The inspiration behind the museum's undulating architecture came from life observed in Rio's Botanic Garden. Wow, I bet Rio's Botanic Garden is absolutely amazing to visit. Oh, does it translate to tomorrow's museum? Thank you, Melgako. Thank you. Right. Yeah, the Rio's Botanic Garden, because it's going to have all loads of plants on the Amazon, right? That sounds amazing. If you ask us, it looks like it's a serpent diving into Rio's harbour. Hey, art is subjective. Hey, you know what else is a great blend of art and science? Sports. Alright, we'll go see a sports stadium in a minute, but let's take a look at this museum. Because that sounds pretty cool. I think it's taken us one step ahead. That's a sports stadium, right? I'm not going mad. I think it's jumping over to the next one. Hey, wasn't there like a big museum in Rio that like burnt down a few years ago? I can't remember which one it was. I hope it wasn't this one. The Museum of Tomorrow is an icon of a modern museum in Brazil. Ah, the street views for the next property. Okay, thanks, Brian. So let's head on over to Rua Prof. Eurico Rebelo 151B. 131B, sorry. And let's open another treasure chest. Exciting. So we've already seen the street view for the next property. It's a sports stadium. Obviously, football is a massive event in the world of Brazil, as it is in the world of the United Kingdom as well. Unfortunately, the Brazilians are just much better at it than we are. But enough of that. Let's talk about the stadium. Here we go. Goal! Estadio Mario Filo Macarena. The Macarena Stadium. Is that where the dance came from? Step into... Oh, it's not Macarena, it's Maracana. Sorry. Sorry, Brazilians. Step into the Maracana Stadium, a monument to Brazilian sports history. Built in 1950 for the FIFA World Cup. It's quite an old stadium. The stadium hosted the final match between Brazil and Uruguay to a record crowd of 199,854 people, an attendance record that stands today. What? No, really? So, wow. So that must have been an absolutely incredible atmosphere. You know, it's decades old and it still holds the record for the largest football crowd attendance. That's pretty impressive. Recently renamed as the Edson Arantes do Nascimento Rei Pelé Stadium, after Pelé, yes, makes sense. This stadium is the home of some of the most famous soccer matches and sporting events ever, including the 2014 World Cup, 2016 Summer Olympics, and many marquee soccer matches. Oh man, yeah, that final game was pretty rough, I've got to say. Rio loves its soccer, and of course soccer stars. You know what else Rio loves? Coffee. We're going to check out the street view first, get a sense for what we're going to be visiting. Oh yes, this is definitely a coffee shop. Look at that. So coffee is apparently bigger than tea in Brazil. Wow, look at this. This is quite opulent, isn't it? But it's expensive as heck. Well, let's head on over there, shall we? Where are we going now? This has to be in the centre of Rio. We're going to go to Rua Goncalves Diaz, 37A. Here we go. And we got another treasure. We still haven't found the pinata yet. I'm assuming that's coming right at the end. Here we go. How much UPIX are we going to get? I'm going to say 250. That's my my prediction. 275. They're so generous. In the New York tours, they were barely giving us anything. Here we go. I'll have one coffee, please. Confederia Colombo, the Colombian coffee house. Considered one of the most charming cafes in the world, Confeitaria Colombo is the perfect spot to re-energize as we get ready to visit the last few stops along our Rio tour. So let's cross the streets and grab a drink. This amazing coffee house was opened in 1894. The architecture and stained glass ceilings are all inspired by European cafes. No wonder it's known for keeping Brazil's writers, artists and intellectuals caffeinated and inspired. While stunning, this coffee house isn't the only architectural marvel in Rio, as you'll see at our next stop. Well, I've got to say, I was very impressed with the street view of that coffee house. And I love Colombian coffee. I've got a fancy coffee machine at the house. In fact, I drank some Colombian coffee this morning. So if that's the quality of stuff they're serving in the Confeitaria Colombo, hey, you know, I'm a fan. I need to go visit. Let's see what this other architectural marvel is then. Let's click on the street view. And for those of you tuning in, don't forget, we've got just a few stops left on the Rio tour. And then I'm going to give away another 5,000 UPIX just to thank everybody who's tuned in so far. Wow, look at this. We've got some mosaic flooring down here. And we are absolutely in the heart of everything going on. Look at all these tall buildings. So this is a plaza of some kind for sure. Let's see. Quite excited to see where this is. Right, we're going to Praca Floriano 35. Here we go. Quite exciting. Is everybody having fun? I want to see some people going a bit crazy in the chat, you know? That's what it's all about. How much UPIX are we going to get now? Is it going to be like 300? I've got to say, 300 UPIX. Yeah. That is so generous. I swear the New York tour barely gave like any UPIX at all. So we're in the heart of the city now at the Palacio Pedro Ernesto, dating back to 1923. Rio City Hall, the Palacio Pedro Ernesto, Câmara Municipal do Rio de Janeiro, was designed with French Beaux Arts stylings. It's a top tourist attraction and one of the most photographed spots in all of Rio. I can totally see why. What a beautiful spot. I think in any major city where you get like a large area of, you know, just a nice quiet bit where you can just kind of relax and, you know, maybe have a coffee or something, just away from the hustle and bustle. I think that's always quite special. Nestled in the heart of Rio, nearby attractions also include the Municipal Theatre of Rio de Janeiro and the Fundacal Biblioteca, so the National Library. I can translate that. Be sure to use the street view to explore the amazing architecture of the area. I did. And peek inside some of Rio's most historic buildings, especially the Municipal Theatre. After viewing all these classic buildings, maybe it's time to get a little fresh air. We know the perfect spot. Last one to the left is a rotten llama. Let's see where we're going then. Oh, it's a big property. Jeez. Ooh. Where are we? So, are we somewhere with a lift? Are we like at... I know where we are. I think I know this one. It's a garden that's located up in the sky. Yeah. I actually went to something a little bit like this. I went on a holiday to the Dominican Republic, and they had something quite a lot like this. You had to take a like a cable car, and you were like above the clouds. Look at that view! Isn't that amazing? These guys are ruining my view. Get out of the way. In the metaverse, you don't have to deal with people getting in the way of your perfect shots. Oh, you have to take a cable car up here as well. Yeah, that is... Man, who owns this property? Snow. Lucky them. What a great mint. let's head on over there and read. Yeah, we're going to go to... Yep, here we go. Right, let's read a little bit about this place. We found a piñata, guys! Right, here we go. This is where I embarrass myself. See if you can beat my high score on the tour. And I'm not going to cheat. No, I see your comments. I'm not going to zoom. I'm going to do this properly. Here we go. Get ready. Here we go. I'm going to click really fast. I'm hoping that... Wow, okay, this is going pretty well. This is a generous piñata. Wow! Did you see that? 1,000 upics. I don't think that's my skill. I think Upland is being very generous there. 1,000 upics piñata. Has anyone... Are you people seeing this? Is that the greatest piñata of all time? Am I the only one who's getting this? I'm going to do it again. Here we go. See if I can beat 1,036. Here we go. We're getting another go. And here we go. Nobody has ever clicked this fast before. This is competitive piñata popping. When we're adding... Oh no, it's not quite as good. No, 918. You know what? When we can add in-house experiences, I think competitive piñata popping is going to be where it's at. So, wow. Yeah, I'm because I got so lucky there. I don't feel so bad giving away 5,000 upics at the end of the tour. So keep an eye out for that. Right. Is that the end of the tour? It's got to be close. Here we go. Yes, it was. Let's read a little bit about this place. So, the Pau de Acucar, an amazing feat of engineering. The Sugarloaf cable car. Oh, that's why somebody said Sugarloaf in chat. Carries passengers 2,000 feet to the summit of Rio's iconic Sugarloaf Mountain. If that's not impressive enough, the original 1912 cable car was made of wood and was one of only 3 cableways in the world. Wow. The ride to the top only takes 3 minutes, but with the cash of being featured in movies, such as James Bond's Moonraker, this is an iconic experience that lasts a lifetime. Interesting. As you take in Rio in all its glory from Sugarloaf, try to spot one of Rio's most iconic landmarks, the Christ the Redeemer statue. Standing 125 feet tall, the statue watches over the great city of Rio and welcomes all visitors with open arms. And with that, we have reached the end of our tour with Rio de Janeiro. We hope you enjoyed the sights, and remember, there is so much more to see and do in Rio. Explore, enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Until next time. But that isn't the end of this live stream, because of course I promised another 5,000 upics. So get your fingers ready, because we're going to be talking about something which we've seen on the tour before. It inspired me so much because I'm such a fan of Colombian coffee, and I've decided it's a place that I'm going to go visit on one of my holidays in the future. What is the name of the famous coffee house? I want it spelled in Portuguese. What's the name of the famous coffee house which we visited on the tour? The first person to type it in chat wins 5,000 upics. How about that? I knew. I had a feeling this guy was going to get it right. Yep, I'm not even close. Well done, Edu Malgalco. Yep, you got it completely right. Hey, you know what? Tell me what it's about. I'm assuming there's coffee from all over Brazil and South America. But please tell me your in-game address, and you know. Oh, it's about the Navigator Colombo. They should have said that. I don't think they said that in the tour, did they? But anyway, Edu Melgako, please tell me your Upland username, and then I can send you 5,000 up here, because I'm going to send that immediately after I go offline. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. I hope you've had a wonderful World Tourism Week experience. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm so impressed with the turnout here that I'm going to do more streams in the future. I just love the direct interaction. It's so fun. And yes, I'll do more giveaways on future live streams. So thank you so much. Thank you also, Ed Malagako, for sending over your IGN. I will send you that shortly. And yeah, everybody, have a fantastic weekend. You're all so great. And I will see you in the next one.